draft. Cursed Hollow, best of 3, imported support versus TQ. Winner moves on to the semifinals. Loser is knocked out in the quarterfinal round. Still top 8, though. That's not shabby, right?
Not too shabby.
Top 8 get you points. That's what all these teams are looking for, since points are so critical at this time of the phase. Points are going to be more critical this time around than they were in phase 1. And jumping right in, you know, do you think we're going to continue to see a Malthael ban? That's my first question to you.
As we saw in both matches tonight, that was a priority. I guess they care about the the fact that the teams are going to be clumped around a single point, and they're worried about the Malthael dealing overwhelming damage.
Right. Genji ban too could be a thing, right? Like we did see TQ ban Genji first pick on Cursed Hollow earlier tonight. They're hovering Genji right now, so I could absolutely see that also be a ban. I mean, they're certainly hovering it at this point. Would not surprise me, right? Genji does Dragon Strike or X Strike, either Dragon Blade or X Strike, right on top of the curse. That's a ton of damage coming out because everybody's gonna be working around that small little area. So, all right, I get that. I feel it. Moving into the next ban. So we haven't cast imported support at all tonight. What do you think we're gonna see them ban? If you had your whatever you wanted, what would you ban here?
Well, with the Genji ban, I'm thinking that they might be leaning on, well, I was about to say, an Uberak. And that leaves open, I think you go with the Dahaka on the first pick here. If not, then the Uther.
I think we're going to see an Uther first pick here. I feel like that was prioritized. Well, no. They could Greymane again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking, and they had first pick twice. They did not. Huh. They're not really showing a. They like the Greymane first pick, so maybe they will stick with Greymane.
Yeah, that has been their practice tonight. So and true to form, they go with the Greymane. They're leaving the Dahaka Uther open. That would be my response here. If not, then maybe go with an Uther Abathur on the side of imported support.
Well, or instant lock that. That works. I mean, that was about as instant lock as you're gonna get, right?
So they've got a plan here. They're not concerned about the global. They're probably going to go into the hunt here, though. So what do you think the support choice is going to be on the side of imported support?
You know, I'd like to actually see Brightwing there. Brightwing gives you that global support, and they could still Dahaka, right? There's nothing saying they can't Dahaka at this point, even when it comes back around. I think if you're TQ right now, you gotta go Dahaka in your support, whatever your support is. You gotta go Dahaka support. I'd like to see them take the Malfurion away. They have run the Malfurion before, on Cursed Hollow, so I wouldn't mind seeing them take it away here.
I think we might see Tassadar either in this second round of bans or coming in the later picks, probably on the side of imported support. So if it gets through here,
in that
we might see a pickup.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
I would see maybe a Tassadar Brightwing with maybe Thrall like we saw earlier tonight.
Well, I'd almost leave the Brightwing to last pick, right, and go. So, but you don't want to ban too many supports. So you almost want to ban like the Li Ming, or what are they gonna? Because they have Abathur to soak.
Yeah, I think Li Ming might be the ban here.
We've seen a lot of Kale Thos tonight, though, so that could also work. TQ needs another clone target, right? So looking to ban. Well, Arthas is a good clone target. All right, the Uther ban I like.
So,
Not that you would ban Uther, but I do like the Uther ban.
so I think Tassadar is the right. Well, okay, they're going with Kale. They're hovering Kael'thas.
Tassadar 100% would have been the right ban. If you're imported support and you don't grab Tass right away, I mean, sure, but like Tass Illidan core rush early, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but so they do ban the Kael'thas. All right.
So they have an option to go even with a Malfurion here.
But would you still Tassadar if you Malfurioned?
Yeah. I still think the support it gives the Illidan is good. The Twilight Dream would be really nice to counter the heavy aggression that we might see on the side of TQ.
Right.
They're going to go with the Ariel. Okay. Okay. So we have to see some more damage on the side of imported support.
I'm very confused. All right.
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna feed hope to Ariel? I mean, I get it. You still have one pick, so your last pick can, but like,
Vala's open.
yeah, but Vala's a good target for Abathur.
Mm-hmm.
But you need a healer too, and that would be... I mean, Greymane's like pseudo-melee, so you probably want like Sonya-esque type thing. Sonya, Thrall. Like, Greymane's weird, right? Because Greymane's in like that gray space where sometimes he's melee, sometimes he's ranged, and it gets kind of odd. All right, Bright
Okay.
Wing Li Ming.
We were right to assume that Li Ming would be a good choice for the side of TQ earlier. We were wanting to ban there.
Yep, and then we get Lunara for the last pick here.
Okay.
I like this. I like both of these. I think imported support has a slightly better draft. They have a really strong like laning presence, right? Because they can put Illidan by himself. They can do Stitches Rhaegar. They can do Ariel Lunara, and they can cover all three lanes and rotate between the lanes pretty easily. So I kind of like this layout. But speaking of imported support, we do have on the blue team FC Ignition on the Rhaegar, Swabs Magoo on the Illidan, The Aware on the Ariel, Special T on the Lunara, and Dratted on the Stitches.
And for TQ, we've got Renray on Brightwing, Waddle on Abathur, we've got Woven supporting the Li Ming, Fatal on Greymane, and Redian tanking it up on Arthas.
All right. I'm going to go with we will not see the 5-man mid right away. And it looks like we already see TQ already splitting out a little bit.
Yeah, same strategy they used in the last match. They're going to put a lot of pressure in the bottom so that Abathur can safely get some work done up in the top in the early game.
This worries me for Greymane, though. He's coming into, like, basically 4. So if Fatal steps out, it would be a fatal error for him. All right. Had to be done. All right, so Ariel and Lunara just immediately going bottom and saying, yeah, we don't see a mid. We're going to go check out the rest of the lanes. All right, Rhaegar Illidan top means they're going to get a lot of value top, potentially.
Yeah, they're not. They're just gonna make sure that they're not gonna get baited into this heavy push in the bottom. They're just gonna make sure that they're staying safe. they're going to get some nice pressure against the Abathur, though. TQ's going to need to respond in some way.
Well, and that's why I like putting Rhaegar up here with the Illidan, because Illidan can sit here, they can push in. Rhaegar taking a bit of damage. I think he should be fine, though. And, yeah, Illidan's already got that front wall down with Rhaegar support. And, you know, this is the worst feeling when you're a 3-man into a 2-man, and the 2-man is holding you off, right? So you're not actually getting value bottom lane.
Lunar is gonna get the Arthas,
and that's gonna also get the Li Ming. Wow, like you're basically kind of losing all over. Rhaegar able to Hearth. Illidan does go down to the Grey Mane with the hat, while Rhaegar hit Hearth, but like the amount of value that imported support has gotten pre-4 is just incredible.
Yeah, Lunara versus the Brightwing in the early game. Brightwing's going to have a lot of trouble healing up that damage, especially with the being a battery for Ariel. She's going to be able to that as we saw that 2-man was able to outpush the 3.
Right, and so we have Stitches flipping up to the top lane as that lane has opened up. Illidan taking camps, Rhaegar soaking middle, and imported support just kind of like putting the pressure on from the beginning, almost from the get-go. We can see Stitches lining up against Greymane Brightwing on this tribute.
Lunara and Ariel going to commit to just pushing in the bottom.
I actually like that decision. At this point, just try to delay this a little bit. You don't have to actually take this one, and you'll get more value out of taking that bottom fort than you will.
And heck, this level advantage is working to their favor.
I mean, they're getting kills anyway, right? Imported support getting kills.
Ouch.
3 for 2. Bottom. Yeah. Like, I'm not sure that went quite the way imported support was hoping. But they do get the tribute, the first tribute. And Illidan's going to be able to finish off this top fort.
Yeah, this isn't looking good for TQ. By the time the second tribute comes up, I don't know if they're going to have 7.
At this rate, now it doesn't. Well, they might. It'll be close. They might. There's absolutely a possibility that they will pick up 7 by the time this next tribute comes around.
All right, good timing. They're getting this bruiser camp to coincide with the next tribute.
But bottom lane is pushed in, trying to working on that fort again, Lunar and Ariel. So, you know, just a lot of work being done on imported support across the entire map. I don't see, yeah, I mean, other than the bruiser camp in the middle, which does need to be cleared, and the mule coming out. So we do see mule from the Abathur again.
Oh, you have to at this point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Li Ming deleted. I missed it. But Arthas also about to go down. Brightwing's trying to keep him alive.
Yeah,
can't quite
that's the problem here in this early game. And I don't think it's going to look any brighter for her as they continue to extend this lead.
No, I mean, looking at imported support, they're almost 10. They're going to get this tribute for free. Because nobody can push in. And that's 2 tributes to 0. You know the third tribute's going to be post 10. So, oh, that was close. Stitches almost grabbed that Abathur.
A little bit of greediness on the side of imported support. They're going to be able to save this fort and mule it back up. It's going to give a chance for TQ to maybe wage a comeback. I'd like to see an invade on the bruiser camp. I think they should have gone straight there and taken it.
They really wanted that bottom fort, man. That's the second time they've died on that bottom fort. Oh, Rhaegar just blown up. Now, heroics are available for imported support, and TQ just doesn't care. They were like, it's cool, we're going to kill you anyway. Granted, I mean, Rhaegar's heroic wasn't going to save him there, right? It can't save him there.
Yeah.
But
this is a beneficial spawn for imported support. I doubt that TQ's going to want to challenge this.
So here's the problem with it. This is much like the game earlier where we had new guys in the same situation. The problem is if you're not 10 when this happens, which obviously TQ wasn't, now you're under a curse. And imported support is looking to make you pay for that, right? So granted, everybody has 10 now, so the lead isn't quite as bad for imported support right now. But you're 10, and you have a curse, and you're pushing in, and the other team is not. And you're already structurally ahead, and you have Illidan. Like, this is a rough situation to be in. There comes the hunt.
Ooh.
Brightwing almost dead. And now imported support looking to turn this fight around. Rhaegar or Arthas going to go down first, followed by the Greymane and the Brightwing, and that's a 4-man, possibly a 5-man. Li Ming Woven on that. Li Ming dead as well.
Very nice.
And this is going to get them 13-10.
They're going to possibly get a keep here.
With 10 seconds left, I'd rather see them take the front wall and then go invade the boss.
I like that Lunara went into the Thornwood Vine at 10. She knows that Brightwing is not going to be able to heal that back up.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good decision. Cursed Bullet coming out, doing good amount of damage to Stitches, but Hunt onto Arthas, and down he goes.
Gosh,
that
the poison is wrecking.
Oh, man, and that's going to be a keep down. Are they going to do...
They're trying to push core. They have a lot of damage.
They
can do this.
Going in, and they are going to finish this core off. That's falling really fast. 50%, 40, 30. That's going to be game number 1, going over to imported support in 8 minutes and 8 seconds.